Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for Wednesday, the 20th of January. Wednesday, the 20th of January. Something kind of, how does that date feel? Feels kind of, I don't know, like a full stop somehow. Yes. Anyway, I hope you're well, wherever you are. And this is a major arcana reading using the ancient Italian tarot. So, oh, did you see that? Did you see it? I saw it. Did you see that as well? Oh, all sorts popping out. Oh, there it is again. Very nice sign. But I don't take notice of things like that. They're not part of the reading. But I showed you now, so it's too late, isn't it? I guess they are part of the reading. Right. Okay, a little more shuffle. And... oh, sorry, need another one. You know how it is with us tarot readers. If we don't feel it, we don't feel it. There, feeling that. Right, that's keen. Oh, Empress in the reverse. Now, we topped out yesterday with the Empress in the upright and it was lovely. So here she is in the reverse. Okay, let's get another one. Hierophant in the reverse. Ding ding. Oh, change. And oh, sorry, another one. Another shuffle, that is. There we go. There we go. Come on, Sugar Free, get a grip. Jolly good. Okay. Yes, well, there we go. What can I say? So we've got little seeds planted. Now listen, or not even planted necessarily. Not even planted, perhaps just in what the Buddhists know as the alaya, which is the storehouse. Now, the Buddhists say that we are all born with karmic seeds in our alaya. And as we go through life, these seeds grow and sprout and everything kind of gets entwined with each other, and we entwine karmic growth with and tendrils and tentacles with other people and all of that, and all that sets up more growth, more blooming, more fruit and more seeds for the next life into which we will incarnate in order to continue our karmic journey towards enlightenment and liberation. And what they say is that to cease this karmic cycle known as what's it called? Oh God, I can't even remember what it's called now. I used to go to a restaurant with the same name in France, an Indian restaurant in Paris when I was living over there. Not Samaya, what's it called when it just goes on and on and on? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, it's a really basic word. It's just gone from my mind. Telling. Anyway, in order to get off this wheel of endlessly kind of creating karma from the karmic seeds that we're born with, we have to kind of, the only way to stop the seeds sprouting, this is all for the Empress in the reverse here, is to burn the seeds. That is the only way you can make sure that a seed will not sprout. What's it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I think it begins with S. Anyway, so you have to burn the seeds in order to prevent them from sprouting, and that is liberation. Because when the karmic seeds do not sprout, then no karma grows, then nothing can flower, nothing fruits, and no new seeds are created. Therefore, we don't have to come back and live through the implications of another cycle. And it's really bugging me now that I can't remember that word. So, now the alaya, this karmic storehouse that we all have, alaya meaning storehouse. This is where the word Himalaya comes from, the mountains, Himalayas, Himalaya, him meaning snow. So that's how they see the mountains, as the storehouse of snow. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, so we got the karmic seeds not in the ground, or if they are in the ground, they are just so recently in the ground. Empress in the reverse. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. The Hierophant representing collective and public and publicly agreed, publicly contracted systems of belief, morality, collective behavior, religious systems, perhaps kind of gurus, someone to believe in, all of that, again, in the reverse. Okay, and in the upright, topping it off, we have the Death card. So something truly coming to an end here, and it's basically the karmic growth of what was associated with this belief system is over. It's swept away. And I mean, in this depiction in the ancient Italian tarot of the Death card, Death's scythe is sweeping away sorry, that word is really bugging me, sweeping away all the trappings of accumulated karma, if you like. We've got weapons, we've got tools, we've got kind of chains and crowns of state, helmets, so warfare. We've got books, so knowledge, all of these things that are built up through a life and then all gone. The only thing that remains is that artist's palette. How lovely. But what I'm seeing being cut down is literally the crop of what was set in motion by this kind of social contract, represented here in the Hierophant. In the reverse, it's over, and the reaping is on. The reaping is on. The thing has gone full circle, and it's time to cut the corn. And here it is. Now this force of death here, I 13, card number 13, is completely impersonal. It doesn't skip anyone. You know, there's nothing you can do except perhaps get enlightened, but you'll still die this time. You just might not come back because you've burnt the karmic seeds in your alaya. But it's impersonal, you know. You can't buy your way out of it. You can't pray your way out of it. You can't bargain your way out of it, negotiate your way out of it. It comes to all of us, and it is that kind of, that impersonal, utterly democratic force that tops off the cycle we happen to be, the wave we happen to be surfing in this life. And all waves break in the end. And as I say, it's not personal. It's not personal. So, ooh, just what jumped out there. That's nice. But I'm not taking that jumper. But if it came back, I'd be really pleased. Right, let's get another card. Yeah, it's a full stop. Full stop. Okay. Samsara. That's what it is. I knew I'd remember it. Samsara. Okay. What seemed unassailable. We have the tower here in the reverse. It's come up a lot. What seemed unassailable turned out to be assailable. And there are some circumstances and some kind of unfoldings of power dynamics wherein the realization that something is assailable that was believed to be unassailable leads to something else being assailed, which was thought unassailable. Just saying. Anyway, this tower that was built probably for the purposes of surveillance and ended up like a Bastille, like a Norman watchtower, with prisoners in it. You know, impenetrable, yeah, unassailable, cannot be stormed. But the thing is, you can never account for that lightning there. You can never account for it. You never know when it's coming, and it strikes when it strikes. And it is equally as impersonal as the death card. It's nothing personal. I mean, we all try to find meaning in these random impersonal things. And they are random. We never know where lightning is going to strike, and we never know when this dude is going to come knocking. You know, there is a random nature to it, and we search and we search and we search for meaning in it. Because, you know, that's what the human psyche does. We are meaning-seeking machines. And where we can't find it, we'll make it up. But it, you know, some of it is random. Some of it is not. And it's well worth, I mean, yesterday's reading about kind of withdrawing, and we had the strength card and we had the hanged man. It's worth kind of getting a sniff for the difference between the random and the not random. Anyway, let's have another card. Okay, we got the Lovers in the reverse now. Well, you know, a few, I don't know, about a week ago or something, it was all about this kind of canyon opening up, this crack in the earth opening, and we had to decide which way we were. If you're English and if you're of a certain age, you'll remember the Mike Reed kids program called Run Around, when he'd ask a question and there were two possible answers. And he'd go, run around now, like this. And all the kids would have to run to the spot on the floor that represented the answer they thought was correct. And then they had another chance to jump on, either stay or jump to the opposite one. And it was that kind of thing going on. But I didn't describe it like that because I didn't think there might be many English people of a certain age watching. But we had that, and the Lovers card was coming up again and again and again. The choice has been taken, and we are starting a new cycle with a new collective belief system, and a new set of seeds, from which there has been no sprouting as yet. Not time for that yet. The karmic kind of harvest of this cycle that is ending has been cut. The choice has been taken. And the tower has fallen. It's a full stop. Okay. One more. And I'm really hoping it's going to be, and it isn't, but very interesting. Now we've got the two big male authority figures here, both on their head. And this doesn't just mean men. This is about maleness in our culture. There's a really good book called The Chalice and the Blade, about how male dominated cultures came to overrun female led cultures. And I won't say female dominated, because it's a whole different paradigm, whole different ball game. And that was all happening as the Mongol hordes came down from the steppe sort of 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. Anyway, this maleness, this hierarchical thinking, we have it here in the Hierophant on the spiritual level in terms of collective belief systems and social contracts. We have it here in terms of pure hierarchical top-down authority, concentrated in one place. The law maker, the rule maker. There's makers, takers, and breakers. Anyway, they're both here in the reverse. This really is, a full stop on this whole thing. Wow. So, we're not just in the kind of spiritual and moral realm here with the Hierophant in the reverse. We're in the full-on whip and do what I say, or you'll be thrown into the tower. You don't have a choice. Bye. Right, let's get another one. Full stop day. Full stop day. Sorry, I'm going to have another shuffle. Beautiful. Beautiful. Da, da, da. Judgment. Right, so the cards in the upright today: Death and Judgment. Well, what can I say? Again, impersonal. You see, it's quite interesting. The personal cards we've got here, or the cards that can be kind of embodied in an individual and in the life of an individual, are here the Hierophant, because it's about what we believe and how what we believe in the individual is expressed in the collective, and what sort of agreements we make with each other about what's good and bad. Not necessarily about what's right and wrong, but what's good and bad. Moral codes, collective morals, social codes and contracts. That has an individual element to it. The Emperor, the power embodied in this image of the Emperor, can be concentrated in the hands of one individual. And it is extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary, the effect that one individual can have on an entire species. Billions and billions and billions of people whose lives are affected by one person. It is truly extraordinary. So that's personal. The matter of the Lover's card here, it is personal. It's about, well, if I choose this, I can't have that. If I have this cake, I cannot eat it. Once I've taken this step, I can't go back and pretend that I haven't. That's personal. Sorry, that's personal. Death, impersonal. Judgment, impersonal. When this trumpet sounds, when this trumpet of Jericho sounds, the walls and the structures are shaken apart, and it all comes out. It all comes out, and it all has to be laid out on the table and checked, basically, and accounted for. Very glad to see that in the upright. Glad to see Death in the upright. The only two cards there. Right, so full stop day. End of a cycle, the harvesting of the karma, the shifting of collective belief system, the shifting of collective responses to hierarchy and authority. Oh my gosh, it turned out the tower wasn't unassailable after all. Who knew? And the impersonal reaping of this karma. New seeds, as yet unplanted, waiting in the alaya to be planted and watered. But for now, for Wednesday, the 20th of January 2021, it's death and judgment. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for another reading. Namaste.